Welcome back to Mega Man 03. Last time we took down the other two armies bearing down on us. And now that there are no more active threats against the Resistance base, we know where X is. And our mission is to infiltrate North America. I mean Neo Arcadia. Oh, I feel like they had the wrong portrait there. That doesn't seem like something Zero would say.
If you strike at the Neo-Arcadian base, you can probably disrupt them. I'm sorry, I've suddenly taken up talking to myself. It's my thing now. Don't question it. I just have to do it, or I explode.
Alright, so, emergency. This guy's here. Also, Omega. We love him here in Neo Arcadia. He sure is so great.
Him and his going...
Right, so, we're at a Neo Arcadian base, however, bad news. It's not playing the Neo Arcadia theme. I know, sad day, we have a different song. They composed something new instead of remixing the first game's final area theme. Tragic. Okay, so we've got these lasers where if we travel through them at the wrong time, i.e. when they're active, then a bunch of crushy roller things will just try to descend in on you. They are destroyable, so don't worry. Getting caught isn't a huge deal, which is good, because frankly, these things are really annoying to get through. Genuinely, I don't really know how I got through this many so easily. That one especially, you gotta time well for that one, but I got decent at dodging them. There we go, okay, so finally got caught by one. Now, as a note, there is a chip that actually lets you go through a lot of things, one of which is those lasers. That being said, that is not a chip that is available until later in the game, so no, you cannot get the easy way out of the stage until a New Game Plus. Once you do have that chip, though, yeah, you can just casually pass through things. And you don't really have to worry about those unless you know, stop in them. But as long as you're dashing, they can still be active and it's fine. Anyway, I do really like the stage's background. I don't know why it fades in and out and gives you a view. I mean, this does seem like it's just a temporary base used by Neo Arcadia for the purposes of controlling the armies in a situation like this. But darn it, you just need a good view sometimes. You go stir-crazy if you have to deal with the big tower that we first saw as the penultimate stage in the first game. I mean, that's not my favorite background, so really, I, as the intruder, am actually pretty thankful that we have a background like this. Yeah, it allows for a nice view that lets you see how high up in the stage you are. Also, do be wary of getting crushed here. It can happen. Trust me, it can. I've had it happen before. I've gotten some very stupid deaths on here, and frankly, I don't even think they run that bit anymore, so we'll die in an embarrassing way, and it won't even get featured in horrible histories. At that point, what are you even doing? Oh, you've got a big throne that looks like an X. Haha, nice chair, dweeb. Copy X stands up, revealing that he is an imperfect copy of my old friend. Oh no.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah, no, we're totally cool. We don't tell the humans anything and they think we're great. It means we're doing the right thing.
I really don't care about those humans. They don't know anything. Talk to me when they're educated and say the same thing. Oh wait, they won't.
Alright, so, apparently it's the night of an eclipse. We've got quite the view for this one. So this battle should seem pretty familiar if you played the first game. This is indeed the final boss from that one. Just with a smaller room, and thankfully a different EX attack that I don't even remember if he shows off in this one. So he does still get the healing move, don't get me wrong. It's just that his EX attack is a laser, so... it's a laser that bounces, but again, I don't think he shows that off. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much all the same. He has basic and charge shots for each of his elements, so be wary of what he's doing. Again, though, the room is a bit smaller, so it should be easier to keep track of him.
I don't know how to tell me this, but you got ditched, buddy.
I'm going to be honest, I'm having some very weird feelings about this. Gee, it sure is boring around here. Why does everybody think I'm an idiot? I have a second form, I won't be pushed around like this. Here I go! He plays to what now? Yeah, so we're not getting Angel X in this one. Alright, well, Copy X is dead again. This time it's not our fault. We didn't kill him. I mean, we probably would've, but we didn't. And that's gotta count for something, right? We got the quick foot chip, that makes you run faster. That is a little redundant if you already have the Cyber Elf that makes you run faster, but... that just frees up that elf slot, if you're like me. So you can go for something else. Though also, if you're like me, you haven't really noticed anything you want. Although that being said, you might want to keep an eye out for the guy that gives you the rolling attack, that one's pretty useful.
Yeah, so anyway, Vile definitely knew that you were going to beat Copy X up, and he was gonna shift into his second form.
Also, God, Vile looks so much different with his eyes open. Like, this is just a frontal view with his eyes open. But like, his face just looks so much stranger. Yeah, and then we go back to this. He looks like a different man.
Hey everyone. Remember what happened last time? When Zero invaded the Neo-Arcadian facility and murdered Copy X? Well, it happened a second time.
Oh, there was a vote for it, huh? Okay, I know they're very complacent, but like, do they also not realize how his name sounds? Do they also think it's Dr. Wheel, just like Kidney? Cause I don't know, I don't think I'd approve of a guy named Dr. Vile. And also, he is just doing his evil laugh on the intercom, he's not hiding it. So anyway, yeah, Vile brought back Copy X just so he'd die again. Just so the people of Neo Arcadia would get really angry and then vote him in. At that point, I don't really know if there was anything else that could have been done, but it is definitely salt in the wound that everybody said, yeah, let's just have Dr. Vile do anything. We trust him completely. We just hate that Zero guy so much. Okay, that's a weird thing to say. Are you sure you don't want to give away any plot early? No, it's gotta be an 11th hour thing. Okay, sure, whatever. I didn't want to know the plot anyway. You just be like that, X. See what I care. Okay, well, we thought things had gone so south they'd made it to Antarctica. They somehow went more south. Like, Dr. Vile was basically already in charge of Neo Arcadia, because he brought back Copy X, and he was basically just leading Copy X around by the nose. But now Copy X is gone, so he's just more leader than he was before. So anyway, Mega Man 03 is a game about complacency. That is, you know, admittedly, kind of relevant still. Playing this, actually no longer at the same time as Saints Row 4, but, close to it, and, yeah, these are, definitely games that have aged in certain ways. They're aged in ways that, make you curse the fact that history is obvious and repeats itself. Alright, well, CL will offer to save, but that doesn't mean we're just shoved right into the next set of stages. So yeah, we are officially done with the mid-game now that Copy X is dead, but we're not going to see our next set of bosses just yet, but indeed we are at the point where we are fighting the other 4 Vile numbers. Which, yeah, it has felt a little longer than most Mega Man mid-games. Usually those are like 1, maybe 2 stages, but yeah, there was a whole thing about it.
Hey, I also want to give you a quiz. Here I go.
So yeah, things have definitely changed around here. There's new conversations to do. This guy's got a quiz, and he's got a very important question. So yeah, this is absolutely a did you play the other games test. Because I don't think Milan's name ever actually comes up outside of the first game. So, oh god, that's so rude. Man, if I'm not actively looking at the names of the forest, I don't remember which forest is which. But yeah, I of course keep bringing up the fact that we have Milan's gun, because honestly, I just think that's still pretty cool. Look, it's actually played pretty subtly that we are still using the weapon of somebody who died protecting CL, who seems pretty important to her. I will say now that we're 3 games in, we really never actually know if there was anything in particular in between them, or if he was just, you know, particularly close that she would shout his name. But I do think it's kind of cool that we have a lasting legacy from what is otherwise an NPC with a name and nothing more. I think that's just neat. So anyway, here's Copy X Mark II. He died as he lived. Exploding. He was not particularly good. In fact, I'd say he was, an imperfect copy of the imperfect copy. The Mark II was a downgrade. Okay, so that'll do for secret discs. So yeah, let's turn auto charge back on. The EX skill that we got from Copy X, of course, was based off of the laser that he had. And yeah, I also forgot to equip a different EX skill all this time. So yeah, that will do it for this episode of Mega Man 03. Next time, we finally begin the second half of the game. I don't know if it's an exact half, but we're done with mid-game, that's the point I'm trying to make. it's a long mid-game. I think it's notable.